is your title today?
I am co-chair of Young's Point 200 Years on the Water.
And 200 years on the water, very important theme because this is all about the connection with the Peter Robinson Emigration.
That's correct, 1825. Francis Young and his 9 children were part of this massive immigration of 2,024 Irish that came and opened up this area.
And tell me about the particular challenges that Francis Young would have faced, even above and beyond what all the other settlers also had to deal with.
Well, for one thing, he was the only family, himself and his 9 children. He was a widow. His wife had died 2 years before they left Ireland. He was distraught. So he applied to come to Upper Canada. And he made the last journey on the last ship, the John Barry, and their ship ran aground twice in the mouth of St. Lawrence. And no other ship had that experience. So it was pretty daunting, and they managed to help save the ship, actually, according to the ship's surgeon's records. And then when they got to Rice Lake, they got permission somehow to build their own punts and leave the group and go on their own. And so they, for some reason, there's a story there, we don't know what it is. He came on his own and was the only settler to come this far, and came to Young's Point. And, well, it wasn't Young's Point then, came to these rapids that are here, and with his 9 children. And in 2 years, they had built a dam, a sawmill, and a grist mill. So they were a pretty ambitious group.
Okay, I'll do that.
Anne Wallace, where are you on the chart for Francis Young?
I'm right here. I am a descendant through Mary Young and William McFarlane, and Patrick Nathaway was my great-great-great-grandfather.
Okay, you have some interesting facts that you've learned through the research.
Yes.
With the Museum and Archives about how Francis Young managed to get himself
and his
part
children
of the 2,000 to come aboard with Peter Robinson.
It was written down that he was a 44-year-old farmer, but we think that he was approximately 48 years old, and he was a civil engineer. He was an engineer in Ireland, and he lied that he was a farmer so he could come over to Canada.
And why would he lie about his age?
I heard at the archives that you had to be 44 years or younger in order to get on the boats. And so he said he was 44 years old so he could get on the boat with his children and come to Canada, because they were disinherited in Ireland for turning Catholic.
I don't know why they were the only family from Newport, Tipperary. They were the only family that came here. So, I mean, certainly as they arrived and started building things, the logging just took off, and then hotels and lodges and accommodations, and it became a really bustling community with 3 churches, 1 school, all sorts of activity was happening here then.
Briefly, how many people are involved in putting together all of the events that are taking place for 200 years on the water?
Well, we've had a core group of about 7 of us that have just been outstanding. And they have been constantly saying, I'll do that, I'll do that. So it's been wonderful. Today, on our actual day, a lot more volunteers are here for the afternoon to help us out.
The symbolism that starts off the festivities or the celebration, it features 9 canoes. Can you tell me about that connection?
Well, it's interesting. There's the 9 ships, 1825, that they came in, but also Francis Young had 9 children. So they didn't have canoes, of course, at that point because they hadn't yet met the First Nations. They had the 4 punts, but we couldn't get punts. So we have 9 descendants in each canoe today, and paddlers, and they are going to come up with a flag saying the child's name. And I'm going to narrate the story of the journey from Ireland. And we have 2 fiddlers, Melissa Payne and Irish Millie, remarkable talent, who are going to intersperse the story with some mood and be part of that narration.
How are you related, Patricia?
I'm related to Melissa Payne through my lineage is Patrick Young. And Patrick was a son of Francis. Melissa Payne came from a son of Francis's named Francis. So it's kind of cool to have these descendants all involved.